Now we're sighting in on the future of practical shooting. It's a clinic for some very lucky juniors with the champions from the Army Marksmanship Unit.
Now we're sighting in with Shooting USA. The guns, the gear, and the information to get you on target.
How many times have we said it in 15 years? Youngsters are the future of the shooting sports, and virtually all the shooting disciplines have developed programs to welcome the next generation of competitors. Cowboy Action Shooting has a junior program. There's the Scholastic Clay Target program for trap, skeet, and sporting clays. And now the Army Marksmanship Unit's Action Pistol team has stepped up to coach and promote the success of the juniors who will likely be the next generation shooting for national and world titles in USPSA handgun competition. Well, John Scouten is our specialist in covering practical shooting. He's got the story of the Army's first junior action pistol clinic.
A group of kids like this loading onto buses might make one think they're off to summer camp. The first indication that this is something different would be the range bags. And Lee DeMacalangan as the bus driver is a dead giveaway. But as the bus passes the main gate at Fort Benning, the cat is out of the bag. These kids are on their way to a clinic with some of the best in the practical shooting game.
Hey, good morning. I'm Sergeant First Class Hampton. I'm the NCOIC of the Action Shooting and Combat Training Team here at the Army Marksmanship Unit. On behalf of the Commander and Sergeant Major, we'd like to welcome you to Fort Benning and Krilling Range. And what you have in front of you collectively is the premier talent in the United States right now as shooting goes. Don't know if any of you would ever want to pay for a class from these guys. I know I couldn't afford it. We're bringing them to you, and we brought you to them to get training so that you will continue in the sport and so that you'll grow the sport. Because if we have you shooting at the top of your level, at the top of your game, if you can start to see those glimpses of greatness where you'll continue on, then our sport is safe. And it gives us an opportunity to continue to train and to continue to shoot.
The first glimpse of greatness for the students is a quick evaluation of their gear and setup.
You know, with limited, you can have it anywhere, so I would probably move it up forward. You know, Brian, you might be used to this angle here. You know, your muscle memory might already be ready for that. But I would make it as easy to get to those mags as I could. This is, yeah, spot on, perfect, very good. And you're shooting limited? Okay, great. Again, like Tori, I would probably go ahead and move these up. They're pretty much that first pouch. You kind of want it in the center of your torso, your midline, just to make it easier to get to and to get to the following magazines on your other reloads.
Another benefit the shooters in this clinic receive comes with the compliments of Remington, a donation of 50,000 rounds for the kids. And once the magazines are loaded, it's time to get started with the instructors. Max Michel has instruction that will help the students work around stage design.
The skill set I'll be doing here, John, is barricades. What you see here, I have the no-shoot target set up as barricades as well as kneeling position. If I get some time as well, I'm going to throw in some of the prone position as well. But the interesting thing about the kneeling position is I'll be teaching 3 different types of kneeling. Just a regular standard kneeling, a restricted kneeling, and then a squat as well. And anything lower than that will be where the prone comes in.
I want you guys focusing on my techniques, okay? Don't worry about what's downrange. Watch my knee bend. Watch how I get around this barricade position here. Okay, I'm just going to draw and fire 1 or 2 shots into the target. Ready? Stand by. Remember the importance of that knee bend. Allow that support foot to stay supported on the ground. Crank that wrist like you're driving a motorbike, right? Crank that wrist inward, and that's going to allow us to keep that pistol straight up and down. Everybody ready to go? Okay, here we go. 2 shots. Ready? Stand by. Up.
Next, it's work on the kneeling position.
One more time. Everybody see that? I had the gun almost pushed all the way out. As soon as my knee hit the ground, I let it stabilize, and I was able to shoot 2 center hits on target. Try it one more time. Ready? Stand by. Up. Okay, same thing, guys.
Next, Max shows the kids his restricted kneeling technique.
Up. Stand by. Up. Okay.
And finally, his squat technique.
Stand by. Up. It's all about consistency. Everything in the sport changes. You're the only thing that remains constant. So you have to train on your proper techniques and remaining consistent. So that way, in any kind of situation you get in, you can revert back to your training and feel comfortable.
That is a great comment from Max. The shooter is the only thing that is consistent, and your preparation and training builds that consistency. But there are a lot more skills for the kids to work on in the 3 days of the AMU Juniors Clinic. Coming next, more training for the kids and some of the perks for the parents.
Shooting USA is brought to you by Smith & Wesson. Safety, security, protection, and sport. And by Crimson Trace Laser Grips, the world's only grip-integrated laser sights.
California